Hello, my beautiful friends. Today I'm going to show you this makeup look using my travel makeup bag. I have some great recommendations and I'm also demoing this makeup palette which I recently picked up, which is what gave me the idea to show you my travel makeup bag because I always look for things that can condense my makeup bag and this is one of them. So if that interests you, please keep on watching. I recently picked this one up from Makeup Forever. They were having a 25% sale. I am a light traveler, so I like to have a very small makeup bag because makeup bags take a lot of space. I wanted it to be light, but at the same time to have everything that I need. I figured that this one would be a good addition to my makeup bag, especially since there was a good offer on it. As you can see, I haven't used it. I watched some reviews from people who had like drier skin and they all liked it, so hopefully I'm gonna like this one as well. The whole makeup bag is from BKBeauty. This is their travel makeup bag, which has a makeup bag and it has a set of brushes that are, in my opinion, enough to do a full face of makeup. There was another one which was from Angie Hot and Flashy collection, the travel makeup bag. I like that one for only taking the brushes in that thing, but I figured this is gonna be easier to collect some makeup in it too. So I decided to pick this one up. This one fits a lot more in it and is more convenient to use. This is what I use as my makeup bag. The brushes that are here are the 101 brush, which is one of their most famous brushes. I really like this brush. They have the 107 brush. This is a bit small for my face, but it's okay. It's gonna get the job done, so I'm fine with it. They also have 3 eyeshadow brushes in here. 202 is a fluffy all over crease brush. 203 is a flat brush, but you can also blend with this one. 207 is a bigger pencil brush, which is great for your lower lashes or putting on anything in the outer corner. I would have preferred to have a more fluffier brush instead of 202 and like 111 instead of 107 or even 103, but they probably picked up things that are more versatile. I also have one of these brushes that are very flat. I picked it up from Amazon, I think, and it was very cheap. These are great to do eyeliner, so I keep one of these in my makeup bag too. Even your full length brushes fit in here really well. If you know, you know that BK Beauty brushes are perfect quality, so soft, and they don't break easily. I've washed these brushes many times and they are in perfect shape. I fill up one of these with my Cinema Secrets brush cleanser and I keep it in this travel makeup bag to have it with me if I need to clean my brushes, and that is usually enough for the amount of time that I'm traveling. If you're traveling for a longer period of time, you can buy one of those longer ones that are like thin but they are long, and that should be enough because the Cinema Secrets brush cleanser is really good at cleaning your brushes. You don't need much. You just need a towel, paper towel or something like that, and you can just spray the paper towel and rub your brushes on it and it will get clean. So far I have this palette in here. I also like taking my Salt New York palette with me. It has a mirror in it too, which is great, and it's very sturdy. But this one is not as versatile as the one from Makeup Forever. This has a lot of colors. I can mix and match. And if you're a powder person, I would suggest one of the palettes from Hourglass. This also has a mirror, which is great for travel. These are the colors. I have like a bronzer, a highlighter. I have 2 powders and 2 blushes. These are a bit heavier, but they fit perfectly in this makeup bag. This is the one from Makeup Forever, and this is my Hourglass one, and it fits here very well. If you do the powder for your concealer and foundation, there are always good prices on mini Tarte concealers. I have the ultra creamy one and I really like it. Before that, I used to have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is this one, the mini size. I used one all over my face, the other one as my concealer. I'm out, so I decided to pick up the Tarte one because this is a bit drying for my skin right now. For my foundation, I grabbed these bottles from Amazon. They are very small, and you can fit some of your foundation in here. So you have foundation and concealer. You have all the powders you need for powdering all over your face. Something else that I always have to have in my makeup bag is a brow gel. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. I always pick up the mini one. Big ones get really disgusting halfway through, so I decided to pick up the mini ones. These are like $9 on Amazon. I think they are $13 on Ulta. I don't know why Amazon sells them for cheaper. I get them from there. So I put this in here next to my brushes. I obviously need my mascaras. I have mini sizes of both of my favorite mascaras. This is the Tarte Manicure mascara, and this is the Tarte Lash Paint mascara. You can get any of your favorite mascaras, and I would suggest to get one that is mini size. It makes it easier to fit in your makeup bag and make it lighter. But you can take your full size mascara as well, like something like this, and it fits in here really well. This is my full size Manicure mascara, but let me show you the comparison, how chunky the Manicure mascara is. So I prefer to take a mini one, and I always take two because I like to put this on first and then top it off with this one. If you are only doing one mascara, that is understandable. I do two mascaras. I don't know why I like it that way. The lash paint one, I basically use it as something to brush my eyelashes so that they are not clumpy. But instead of that, you can pick up one of these combs. I always keep a setting spray in my makeup bag in case I need it. This is enough for the amount of time that I usually travel. But if you travel for more than that, you can always pick up a bigger bottle, which I mentioned for your brush cleanser. You can pick it up for this one as well, but make sure that it is like smaller tube, but just longer. I also have these as a free gift with my purchase. I have the Makeup Forever ones. MAC always gives you one of these MAC Fix Pluses. You can keep the free gifts and just use them for your travels, but I just wanted to mention things that I bought myself so that if you don't do a lot of shopping and you don't get a lot of these kinds of things, you know what to do. I myself am not a primer person, but if you are, you can always get one of these as free gift with your purchase. Either you're purchasing at Sephora, MAC, other websites. RMS Beauty always gives one of these with every purchase. But again, if you need a moisturizer or a makeup primer, you can get one of these bottles on Amazon and fill it up. It is still fits in here. I'm gonna show you. I have like a sample from Say. I can fit it here next to my mascara, and even if I want to take two mascaras, it still fits in there. And I still have some free space here, which I can put like some things here and then close this up, and it perfectly closes up. I usually don't do much for my eyes, but I like to take at least one eyeliner slash eyeshadow with me. And my favorite for that is one of these from Nude 6. If I'm only gonna take one eyeshadow with me, I usually take the shade Immortal. It has a bit of like shimmer to it. It's not glittery, something that I can use as my one and done eyeshadow. You can take any one and done eyeshadow that you like. I'm actually gonna do a video of all of my one and done eyeshadows very soon. So stay tuned for that one. I usually take a darker one so that if I want to do a smokier look, I can use that. If I don't, I can use just my bronzer and my blush as my eyeshadow. If I'm not sure I'm going to use a one and done eyeshadow, I can always choose from my collection of like mini palettes. I usually pick mini eyeshadow palettes because they are easier to work with, and bigger eyeshadow palettes overwhelm me. So most of my eyeshadow palettes are smaller ones. The tiniest ones I have in my collection, one is this one from Pixie. These two are the Pixie ones. Very travel friendly. I also have one of the duos from NARS. It's these two. What is nice with these eyeshadows from NARS is that first of all, you get a mirror, and second, you can always get more shades and put them in here. So this is a good eyeshadow palette. I also have this one from Pat McGrath. This is a great eyeshadow palette too. These are the swatches of this eyeshadow palette. It is a very versatile eyeshadow palette. It has a lot of colors in it that you can use, like this one you can use as your eyeliner all over, and like even for this one you can use it as all over if you're interested in a matte eyeshadow and an inner corner or topper. I don't use this one much, but you have a versatile range of shades. They also have a warmer one. That one was a bit too warm for my skin tone, so I picked up this one. Also, Pat McGrath has great sales. Even this one from Patrick Ta, I got it in a sale and I got it for a great price. This is one of those Patrick Ta duos. I have it in the shade Still at the Club. This is the only one that I liked for my skin tone. And this one also has a mirror in it, which you can use as your mirror to do your makeup. These are the two swatches. I know that everyone is saying that they like the top shade better than the bottom shade, but I also like the bottom shade. If you don't want to do a super glittery makeup look, this is a great one and done shade. Of course, you can always pick one of these from Natasha Denona. She has a lot of mini eyeshadow palettes. If you are interested in a completely matte look, the recent one is like completely matte. She has a lot of great selections in these eyeshadow palettes, and they are very small and travel friendly. I have the mini glam palette here, and this one is the mini dream palette. Great shade range, a lot of like one and done eyeshadows, like transition shades, and a good shade to do an eyeliner, a topper shade. She does a great selection of colors in her mini palettes. She has mini palettes of most of her palettes, even the Xenon palette. She has a mini palette of that one as well. And they are all great selections of the shade. She didn't just pick a palette and make a mini size and throw it at our faces. She actually looked at the palettes and selected the ones that are best representing that shade range. And they are great to do a lot of makeup looks with just one palette. Even if you are using it for your everyday makeup or for your makeup collection, not all of us need those gigantic palettes. I only have two palettes from her. The Glam palette and the I Need a Nude palette are the only two that I have ever picked up from her, because the other palettes, I cannot use all of the shades. But these two are great. I use them for my everyday looks as well. These are the eyeshadows I usually like pick up. I put it here in the empty space, or like if I am doing the Natasha Denona one, I put it here next to my palette, and it still closes up very well. This is a great makeup bag. I love it. There are a great selection of makeup that you can take with you that fit in here. I know that this might be an investment, but if you are a makeup minimalist, this can also be your everyday makeup bag. If I had a minimal makeup collection, this would actually be my makeup collection. And for a while it was. For years, I only did my makeup with just one bag. So this is a great collection. So now I have everything that I need. I have my brushes, my mascara, a primer. I even have two mascaras in here. I have my setting spray, my eyeshadow, my powders like bronzer, blush, everything that I need. I have my foundation here and my concealer and my eyebrow gel. I also keep one of these reusable pads. I keep one of these in here so that I can use it with like my brush cleanser to clean my makeup brushes. I keep a tiny sponge with me for my concealer, and I am good to go. I have everything I need for a full face, and it's not like I am sacrificing anything. This closes really easy, no smooshing, no trouble, and it keeps my makeup intact and nothing is gonna break. And I'm ready for travel. I love this brush bag. I was between this and the one from Natasha Denona. The one from Natasha Denona has like dual-ended brushes, and she has her own brushes, so you can fit them in there. And she has like a pouch in between. It's bigger, like this size, and her bigger eyeshadow palettes fit in there as well, so you can look that one up too. But that was a bit too big for me. It's like thicker and longer from what I see online, and I have never used her brushes, so I wasn't sure. I was sure that I'm gonna like BK Beauty brushes. I like the consistency of this palette. I thought it's gonna be one of those palettes that are like these ones from MAC. I have the light one here. This is the Light Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. These are very thick. I only use this to mix with my moisturizer, but these are very creamy and very easy to use. I'm taking a mix of these two shades for all over my face. My skin is super dry at the moment, but this palette looks good on my dry skin right now. I don't see any of my dry patches. Especially here, I get a lot of dry patches, and I don't see any of those. Let me get close to the camera. I like that it has a contour shade as well. Before this palette, I would take this one with me. This is the Milk Makeup Sculpt Stick in shade Toasted. It's a good shade. I have been using the 203 to apply the creams on my face. I thought this gives me more control. This is the bronzy shade, which would be this one. These are really easy to blend. I just wanted to know if these are buildable, and they definitely are, because I could build up almost a full coverage, at least for me. I'm gonna apply some more concealer under my eyes. I am mixing these two shades. I feel like the first shade was a bit too light for me. They look even better applying with your fingers. Let's mix these two highlighter shades for my highlighter. I'm not a highlighter person, but these seem to be super creamy. These are even as creamy as the Salt New York ones. Ooh, this looks good. Look at the natural glow. I'm gonna apply the pinkier shade alone and see how it looks. Not much of a difference between mixing them and applying it alone. The only difference I see is that this has a pink undertone. This is more like a golden. On my skin tone, it looks more like a hybrid between a blush topper and highlighter, which is what I usually do. I don't do a lot of highlighter. I'm putting the golden one under my eyebrows. This palette makes me so happy. It's so fun to work with. To show you what I use this for, I clean up my brushes with this. You can even take two or three with you. These are very lightweight, and you can wash them when you are traveling. They dry really quickly. I'm I'm gonna use the bronzer shade to bronze up my face. I probably had enough going on, but I'm playing with my makeup. I want to try everything. Now for blush, I can use this, but I really want to use my fingers because it was so fun to use my fingers. I just noticed that this shade also has some shimmer in it, so I'm gonna mix this with this shade. I'm just gonna mention that this palette is super creamy and super blendable, but if you don't have super dry skin, you might need to take a powder with you. Using my fluffy 202 brush to blend the edges. And now I'm gonna use my sponge to clean off. I'm gonna put on some mascara and some brow gel and be back. Alright, that was for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you liked my recommendations. Anything you pick up, I hope you enjoy them. The Sephora sale is very soon, so I thought maybe if I show some of these products, you can pick them up during Sephora sale, especially for this palette. It's pretty expensive. I think Makeup Forever still has a 25% off on their website. Please don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you find my videos helpful. That will help my channel a lot. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!